Hello and welcome to Aha Moments. This one is entitled The Boss Said So and was originally released, I have to look this up now, on November 27th of 2023. So when I say released, I mean that it was emailed to our list. So if you want to get on the list, go to humanapproach.com. That is our new site, new book, new membership, all kinds of, new book. So I've been talking about this for a while. So I'm not sure when you're seeing this, but 50 Simple Ways to Release the Shackles of Self-Sabotage is not only on Amazon, it is a overnight bestseller on Amazon in 3 categories, all 3 categories that it was posted in. So yay, I'm so excited about that. And it really is the kickoff. And we had the launch party for A Human Approach. So humanapproach.com, the website, the new membership program, everything. And I could not be more excited about it. It was a wonderful launch party of about 80 minutes with some people dropping in, sharing some stories and wisdom. And that was wonderful. And at the end of it, we were just about to finish the recording. I said, I think I'm going to cry. It was just so magical. And all of the people who were in were just amazing. There are so many hundreds, if not thousands of people who've been part of this for the last 25 years of what we've been working towards in A Human Approach. But anyway, Aha Moments, I've been writing them for 8 years now, and they are they're meant to be those pivotal shifts, sort of an everyday situation that you just look at a little differently. And once you know what they say, once you see, you can't unsee, right? Once you see that perspective, you go, oh, it's enlightening, right? So this one's called The Boss Said So. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the aha that was emailed to everyone on the list. As I said, get on the list at humanapproach.com. I'm going to read it, and then we'll just go through a couple little elements. I really want to share something super important with this one at the end of it. So let's go through this, and then we'll hit that. I think this is just such a really crucial category that we need to be talking about. So here we go. Have you ever hired or fired yourself? For years as a marketer, I've kept 2 operative words in the forefront of my mind: fun and easy. We learn at a faster and greater capacity when we're having fun, accomplish more and more easily. And heck, who wouldn't want a path of least resistance? But in studying the adult child, I've come to realize that fun and easy for them translate differently. You see, a child around 6 years of age is egocentric. Everything is about them, and they're not hyper aware of the needs of others yet. Entertainment is paramount. They require someone to take care of them. Responsibility is only just being programmed. They need direction. When they do think, it's short term, and their mirror neurons are highly active. In other words, they imitate those around them. A fully functioning adult is self-responsible, has a joyful attitude, is mindful of where their energy is being invested, chooses their company based on morals and values, honors their mind body, thinks independently and longer term, gives freely, loves abundantly, and inspires to create a meaningful life. Fun and easy for the child is playing with friends, imagineering, running or skipping to wherever they want to go, and having the security of knowing that all the important decisions about home, school, bedtime, meals, and finances are all taken care of. Fun and easy for the adult is working in a thriving environment with a learning and advancing potential, financial freedom to easily provide for the family, and options for growth, thinking and deciding for oneself without restrictions or the needs for approval. Relationships that provide an outlet for unconditional love, networks of like minds with whom to collaborate and build, and enjoying the rewards of discipline and responsibility with a healthy mind body. But for many who have not yet taken that rite of passage to adulthood, they look to the authorities for direction, employment, and consent, work for currency, blame others when things aren't satisfactory, seek entertainment that frees their mind of adulting, and whose radar is forever up for shortcuts. Aha! You are the only boss you will ever have. I believe our goal is to become the single favorite individual that we would hire to work in our environment, to demonstrate spiritual enlightenment, to mentor our children, to create a proactive health regime, establish core values, and to lead through love and gratitude. Some days I fire myself, then I realize I'm the boss. At that point, I remind myself that the boss knows the way because the boss makes decisions from the heart. In no time, with a little kindness, inspiration, and renewed connection, I'm back on the payroll. Fun for your soul is to follow your own way and always be expanding. And easy happens in the present moment where all opportunities exist. The boss said so. So I hope you enjoyed that. Oh my goodness, I started writing this. Sometimes these things just flow. Sometimes I have topics that I want to talk about, experiences that I've had that I want to share. And sometimes it's difficult to get the point across. And in this one, I want to nail the point here in the video. I believe that we would not be in the situation that we're in on a global level if we had more adults. And I mean that in a sense that there are a lot of, they look like adults, but they're children in adult bodies. There are a lot of people who are sitting back, who are waiting for the authorities to make the decisions. They're letting the authorities tell them what to do. They're not conducting themselves with responsibility, especially in terms of their health. In many cases, their finances. They look for subsidies. They go to the authorities and say, "What should I do?" Because they haven't done the research for themselves. And I was listening to reading online today a discussion that somebody had posted about, not counting on, the doctors and the dentists and, of the world, and to take the health into your own hands. And there was a discussion back and forth because somebody contested it and said, basically, how dare you say that? These are trusted, these are educated professionals, and you can't say that, medication doesn't have its place and whatever. And the person who made the post is a podcaster and said, please go back and watch the interviews that I've done with these certain medical professionals who are medical professionals and talk about the destruction and the corruption that's going on within the system, and how crucial it is for you to take responsibility for your health, and how many natural ways there are, in the sense that when you understand how your body and your mind works, and I don't even want to say I like Deepak Chopra's way of saying the mind body, that he combines them, and I know most who study the mind and body know that they are one, to understand how it works. And when you understand how it works, you realize, and in the bigger picture of our connection, you realize that everything we need is actually on Earth. And I'm not blaming people in a sense of being adult children. I'm not blaming them, because the system is designed for that. There is a handful of people, a handful of ruling families that control everything. And that control, this is no secret. This has been going on for many, many years. And that control happens when they keep the populace stupid, broke, guilty, shameful, and sick. And when their minds and their bodies are substandard, they're operating at a very low vibration, they're not thinking for themselves. And so there's a lot of adult children, they're working jobs that they don't like. That's why I said they're working for currency. They're not even working for money, because true money is gold and silver. They're working for currency that is being printed to oblivion. So, I mean, it's not even worth anything anymore. They're paying taxes that they shouldn't. They, they don't have enough money to live a proper life, to provide for their family. I know one of my family members said the other day, I get stressed out every time I have to go to the grocery store because the prices are so high. And it's not like her wage has gone up significantly over the last year, that all of these prices have gone up. So anybody with a mortgage knows that, that the pricing, the interest rates have gone up so much. It's the cost of living. And of course, in many cases, the wage has not. Right. So, but if you're waiting for the government to make those changes, or you're waiting for the, medical professionals to make those changes, you're waiting for the wrong people, because those people benefit when you are sick, broke, and stupid. So, this is the time that we need to adult up more than any other time in history, and to really take responsibility for what's happening in our community, for our own health, for our mental stability, for our financial stability, all of the pillars of health, right? Financial, emotional, spiritual, physical, right? All of those pillars of health, they need to be identified, and we need to take care of them. I'm the first to say that there are days when I have fired myself. I'm the first to say that there are days when I feel like I'm just shooting the lights out, that things are going so well and I feel like I'm in service, and then I feel like that I'm giving great value and I can see the compensation coming back and I feel like I'm building. And there are other days that I kind of go, what are you doing? That I know that either I'm procrastinating or I'm shy to do something or whatever excuse that I'm going to come up with, but it certainly isn't something that an adult would do. And the same, physically. I mean, it's, for the most part, I think I'm, way ahead of the masses in terms of how well I take care of myself. All the labels that I read, I make all my food from scratch. I'm very careful about it, but you know what? I shoot myself in the foot sometimes too. So, that nobody's perfect. I'll say that. I do know some people who I think are closer than others, and their base and all of their pillars are stronger than others as a result of it. They have left a lot of the childlike tendencies behind of waiting for somebody else to look after things, waiting for somebody else to give them the opportunity, waiting for somebody else to take care of their health. They've taken all of that into their own hands. They're happy, they're thriving financially, and their health is there. So I think that, and I said in there about that, the little kindness and a renewed connection, because I think the boss knows that decisions come from the heart and that connections come from that pulsating, beating organ that sends out electromagnetic signals, and that we are always sending those signals and receiving those signals from one another. So when we get back to, living from the heart, then so much changes. And I know for me, and again, I'm admitting, I always say that on these aha moments, I'm always talking to myself first. And I know when I get off track, it's because I'm too much in my head, that I'm not in the present moment. I'm either dragging some old memories that are haunting me, or I'm, is living in fear of some anticipation and doing that, that rocking horse thing. When I can bring myself back to the present moment and feel that gratitude and know that I'm in control, then it's just like the sky's the limit. There's just so much. That's where, as I said, that's where opportunities and potential exist, right? So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that you love it. I think this is a really profound aha. I think that, some of the people who've been responding to me lately say, you're just cranking out this stuff like one after the other, and it's just amazing. And I feel like it is. I feel like it is. I hope that I can get more people to listen, to join us, and especially on ahumanapproach.com, we do have a membership program that we started. Anybody who buys 50 Simple Ways, this 50 Simple Ways, this is the 4th in a series, but this is, it's a pretty robust book. Anyone who buys this gets their first month free. So in their first month in membership, called Human You, the university that you never want to graduate from, they get their first month free. So, and if you join the membership, you will get an electronic version of the book. So one way or the other, we make sure that they go hand in hand. And just before I sign off here, one other thing that we are going to start, now I'm recording this in late November of 2023. So we'll start it hopefully in December, is we're going to take and break down. Now the chapters in this book are only 2 to 4 pages long. They're very succinct. They're almost like a series of aha moments. Okay. They're highly researched. They're very succinct, but they're little zingers. So what we're going to do is, like we're doing here, we're going to elaborate on one chapter at a time, one chapter a week. So one way or the other, that book will be in your hands. Whether you buy the book, get the membership, and get the ebook, then you'll be able to participate in these weekly calls, and I look forward to it. We'll record them. We'll put them on the member site there to make sure that if you miss them, they'll be there for you. But it won't just be me speaking. It'll be some other friends that I'm going to draw in who are experts in those categories, and we'll get some great dialogue going. So I hope you loved it, and thank you so much for being here. As always, we love when people like, share, and subscribe. So thank you so much, and as always, succeed deliberately.